Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? In this audio slash video, I wanted to talk about how caring about a woman's feelings and, how that affects your game, right? And the reason why I'm even doing this video is because, the past few days I've been on Facebook and there is a dude on my friends list. I'm not going to say his name because, I don't want to put him out there like that, he's a cool guy, you know what I mean? But the thing about him is that he's very, how do I say this? He has this sort of like Captain Save a Ho White Knight type of energy to him. And he knows that if he listens to this, he'll know I'm talking about him, and shout out to him. And I'm not doing this to diss you, but I just had to address this. You understand? But anyway, so in this video, I want to talk about sort of like showing empathy to women, because he was basically saying on Facebook, because I was writing up a bunch of posts and I was talking about like if a chick, says, hey, let's take it slow. She's really basically saying, hey, let's hang out and not have sex while I'm waiting around for the guy I really want to fuck with comes around. You understand? And so he was basically saying, oh, you don't understand. You got to look at it from a woman's point of view. And women, sex is a big deal to women. And you got to understand that there's a lot of guys that manipulate her and do this and do that and yada, yada, yada. Right? So basically, I was telling him, I'm like, listen, man, you got to understand, if you're a dude, right, and you're trying to make something happen with a chick, right, it's not necessarily that you don't care about how she feels, or you don't, it's not that you don't understand the woman, you understand? Because he was saying that, oh, you guys just don't understand women and you don't care to understand women. So it was that type of vibe. And it's not that, you don't care to understand a woman, or you don't care about her feelings. But what I want to talk about in this video is that by you being too like involved in how a woman feels, that's going to basically affect your game in a negative way, right? And basically what I mean is that if you're always so concerned about how a chick is feeling, right, that's going to affect how you interact with women as a man trying to get women. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say, for example, if, like women, for example, like they'll say a lot like, oh, I get so tired of these guys coming up to me in the street. I just want to be left alone sometimes. And, oh, it's just so annoying because all these guys come up to me and yada, yada, yada. Right? Now, if you're trying to, sort of empathize with this chick, and you're like, oh man, that must suck. These guys just keep coming up to you and you just want to walk and go through your day and yada, yada, yada. And then so what happens is that when you go outside and you see a girl that you want to talk to, what do you think is going to happen? You're probably going to be like, oh, well, I guess I shouldn't go and talk to her because maybe, I don't want to bother her. I don't want to get her upset. I don't want her to feel a certain way, right? But see, and also, what goes along with this is that you have a lot of women who will talk that shit, but they actually want guys to come up to them. The only thing is they want the guys that they like to come up to them. You understand? But the thing is, who the fuck knows who is the guy they like unless you go up and talk? You understand what I'm saying? But by you sort of trying to empathize with her and care about how she's feeling, right? That's going to probably stop you from going to approach, and then you're not going to get to meet her. She's not going to get to meet you, and then nothing's going to happen, right? Because you've been listening to all that other garbage. And see, what you got to understand is this. It's not saying that you can't be compassionate to people or to women, or to care about the stuff that they're going through, or to look at things from their perspective, because, in a sense, it's good to see that so that you can sort of understand certain things if you want to, understand what's going on from that perspective. Because if you say, okay, well, maybe if I'm walking down the street at 1 in the morning and I see a hot chick and I try to approach her, you know, maybe she's going to be kind of scared because I'm just some stranger dude trying to approach her at 1 a.m. Maybe she thinks I'm going to rob her or something. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, understanding, you know, things from that perspective, you understand, even if you want to actually approach her, you know, at that time, you got, you know, understanding what could go down or what might be in her mind. You know, it's a good thing to know these things so that even if you do try to approach, you can approach it in a way where you are approaching knowing that knowledge. Like, you understand all that, right? But the thing is, you don't want to get so caught up in empathizing with a woman, because then you're going to start to sort of have a female ideology. And you can't be a man attracting women with a female ideology, right? And so what you also have to understand is this, and let's get a little bit deeper. Let's go deeper. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper. Right? So what you got to understand about feelings and emotions and all that shit, right? The way you feel. The way that you feel is all on you. Okay? It is all on you. Nobody makes you feel anything. You feel what you feel because of what you're basically encountering. Like you see, let's say you see a fucking, I don't know, like a scary movie, and then you feel scared because that movie that you're watching makes you feel something inside you that gives you that fear. Whatever that fear is, that's coming from you. You understand? Because another person could be sitting right next to you watching a movie and not be scared at all. Then the person next to them could be watching a movie and be scared, and the other person's not scared, and this person's scared, this other person's not scared. So if it was just the movie that was making you scared, that would mean everybody would be scared as they're watching the movie. But no, there's some people who are scared and some people are not scared. So it's not the movie, it's coming from the specific people. Their fear, that's coming from them. It's not anything making them feel that way. So a lot of times when, you know, women will talk about, oh, I felt this way and he made me feel this way, or I felt creeped out. He creeped me out. Right? And they're like, I felt that way. Right? And that's how they felt by that guy. But it wasn't the guy that made them feel that way. So the reason why I'm saying all this is to say that, you know, at the end of the day, women are responsible for their own feelings. You understand? So even if a woman is feeling this way or feeling that way, or let's say, you know, the guy on Facebook, he was saying stuff like, oh, you know, some women they've gotten hurt, so they feel hurt or they feel this way. And if a woman feels hurt, that's on her. See, if you listen, and see, people that don't understand this, it sounds harsh because people are conditioned to blame everybody else for their emotions. You understand what I'm saying? And take note that I'm talking about emotions. You understand? If I punch you in the face and your face hurts, it's not your fault that the face hurt. Your face hurts. I punched you in the goddamn face. You understand what I'm saying? But if I call you an asshole and then you feel bad and want to cry because I called you an asshole, that's on you for not being smart enough to realize that you don't need to listen to what the fuck I'm saying, or to take in what the fuck I'm saying, or to believe what I'm saying. You understand? That's on you to take that in. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what I'm talking about, the difference between something physical and something emotional. So the thing is, everybody is basically in charge of their own feelings, right? So again, it's okay to empathize, to understand, like, okay, I understand that you're going through this, understand that you feel this way, but that's still on the girl. So understanding that and knowing that, right? You just have to do your thing as a man, because as a man, you see a woman, you're attracted to her, you're supposed to go up and talk to her and approach her. Now, if she feels nervous that you're approaching her, if she feels creeped out that you're, by your approach, That's on her, because you could approach another girl the same exact way, and the girl could be smiling and enjoying herself, and you did the same fucking shit you did to the girl who felt weird about it, right? Now, let's go even a little bit more further with this, right? Now, when we talk about you empathizing with women and caring about, you know, how she's feeling and all that, and if you should even necessarily be that concerned. Now let's talk about this real quick before I get into this other part. What I want to say is this: is that, you know, don't take this as, oh, well, just be an asshole to chicks and it doesn't matter. No, you should still treat people, you know what I'm saying, cool. Like, you understand? Don't be a dick. But what you got to understand is that you just being a man and your intentions as a man to have sex with women, to date women, to do all these, you know, normal type of things, it's something you should be doing anyway. And you shouldn't be feeling weird or guilty because a woman feels a certain way, right? And the thing is, you can understand that she feels that way, but you shouldn't be stopping yourself. Your game shouldn't be affected by that. And if you do keep thinking that way, where you're like, oh, well, I shouldn't do this because she might not feel this way, or, you know, I shouldn't do that because she might feel it, it's going to fuck your whole shit up, right? Now, when we talk about, you know, empathizing and all this other shit and caring, what I want to ask you is this question, right? Because remember, I was talking about, you know, the women are responsible for their own feelings, right? Now, keep in mind that I said that. The women are responsible for their own feelings, right? Now, think about this. Has a woman ever empathized or cared about how difficult it may be as a man to approach women? Has a woman ever empathized with you about how difficult it can be to be a man approaching women? Now, I had one woman, you know, before sort of empathize in that manner, but it was just us talking in a conversation. It wasn't me even approaching her. You understand what I'm saying? But I've never really had a situation where I go up to a woman and I approach her and talk to her, and she's empathizing with the fact of how difficult it could have been for me to go up and approach her and talk to her and start a conversation and do all the other shit, right? Now, the thing is, this woman could basically respond to me however she wants to respond, right? Now, let's say I go up to a girl and I approach her and she ignores me. Or I approach her and she, is really rude to me. Or I approach her, she screams on me, she's really mean, or whatever it is, right? And so now she does all that, and then I get upset, or I feel embarrassed, or I feel, I just feel like I don't feel good about it, right? Now, remember, I was saying that women are responsible for their own feelings, right? Now, when it comes to us, right, it's almost already known, right? If I go up and approach a girl and she, disses me or she acts a certain way, I can't complain about her not empathizing. Everyone's going to say, yo, well, you got to deal with that. As a man, you have to deal with how you feel when she dissed you or when she was mean to you. You have to deal with those emotions, right? Because again, when was the last time a woman empathized or cared about how she responded to your approach? 99.99% of them don't give a fuck. They just respond to you based off how they feel. So if they feel like saying, get the fuck out my face, that's how they're going to respond. If they feel like ignoring you, that's how they're going to respond. If they feel like being mean, that's how they're going to respond. If they feel like being rude, that's how they're going to respond. And guess what? You have to deal with that shit, right? So when I approach a woman and I talk to her, why is it that I have to have the burden and the responsibility to have to deal with her feelings about how I approached her and how she feels about me talking to her? Or do I have to deal with the fact that she might be nervous that I'm talking to her? Or do I have to deal with the fact that she might feel like I'm creepy? Why? Right? She has to deal with her shit just like you have to deal with your shit. Now, again, I'm not saying that, people should be mean to each other. People shouldn't be assholes and, act like dickheads to each other. All I'm saying is that when it comes to this whole you caring about how she feels and empathizing with her and all that stuff, yeah, that's cool. I can understand it on a, on an objective level. But at the end of the day, that's not my responsibility for her to feel how she wants, how she's supposed to feel. You understand? That's on her. Just like when I approach a girl or when you approach a girl and you say, hey, how you doing? And she ignores you or she, this is your or is mean. You got to deal with that shit. You have to accept how you feel. You got to take that and deal with it, right? So why is it, on the other side, we got to, we got to be caring about and looking at it from her perspective. When's the last time a woman looked at the shit from your perspective? When's the last time a woman say, you know what? You took me out on 3 dates and I know you wanted to fuck me. So let me just fuck you. No, she don't give a fuck. If she don't feel like fucking you, she ain't fucking you. If she don't feel like calling you back, she ain't calling you back. She ain't looking at it from your perspective. Right? But you got to look at it from her perspective. Oh no, don't have sex with a woman and just leave. That's not right. That's mean. You just took advantage of her. That's not right. Look at it from her perspective. Sex is a big fucking deal for her. She's emotionally attached to you now. All the oxytocin and the bonding hormones and all the shit. You're supposed to care about that. You see, guys, this is why. This is a big reason why I do what I do. Because, you have to be able to see through the bullshit. You have to, because if you don't, you're gonna get caught up. You are going to, you're gonna become one of these male feminists, and it's a sad sight to see because these guys, they don't even realize they've been brainwashed. They don't realize that they've been got. You understand what I'm saying? It's just so funny. It's just so funny and sad at the same time. But, I just wanted to point that shit out. But anyway, that's it. I don't want this to be too long. It's already like almost damn near 18 minutes. But anyway, so that's pretty much it, man. That's all I want to say about that. But yo, if you guys have any questions, make sure you click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.